Champions Corner podcast. Hey, it's your host, Sean, the number one player. I'm here with my guys, and today we're going to talk everything SummerSlam. We're going to talk about how LA Knight finally achieved the big one. He won the big one, ladies and gentlemen. We're also going to talk about how Dom chose Liv. That's right. You heard us right. Dom chose Liv. And we're also going to talk about the Braun Breaker era has begun. And we also will cover CM Punk takes his eyes off the prize and lose to Drew McIntyre. And folks, the return of the original tribal chief. That's right, Roman Reigns. Fellas, let's talk about it. Let's start it off with how the show started. There was a lot of things to cover. We're all excited to talk about it. Let's start off exactly how the show started off. Let's talk about Liv and Rhea Ripley. Where do we go from here, and what's going to happen with the Judgment Day? Let's talk about it. I'm going to go to you, Lonnie.
Oh, man, awesome kickoff there, bro. Thanks for hyping us up even more, so I didn't know we can get more hyper, but thank you for that. But, man, where do we go from here? Well, Dominic Mysterio need to get protection. He need to get protection. So, hey, but where do we go from here? In all seriousness, now that Liv and Dom have locked lips, so to speak, what we need to do now is build on that. After we find out why Dom did this, we need to build on that and say, Dom, okay, explain that story, and then now we push Rhea. Like Rhea's chasing it now, it's getting her over because she's already a face. They just haven't really called her that, and they just pushing her over now. It's like making her a stronger face. I can't wait to get my hands on Liv Morgan and even Dominic. Kind of like China used to slam everybody back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The men. So that's where we go from there. But Dominic, you better get protection. Because boy, it done got hot, boy. I hope you know. Hey, you better cut that Joe Dirt off your face. You better change. You better do it all, boy. Because you don't need it. You gonna need it.
What's your thoughts, buddy?
Great start to the show. You know what I'm saying? But you say he needs protection. I feel like he already got that protection. Mm-hmm. What happened at the end of the night? Well, close to the end of the night with Finn Balor. You don't think he on their side? Him and JD and might as well say Carlito, because Carlito will follow whoever. He still because Rhea and Damien don't want him around like that. So he gonna follow who been chilling with him. Right. That's JD, Finn Balor, and Dom, pretty much. And then Liv right there. So he got protection. But I don't know I don't know how they gonna stand up to the Terror Twins and Damien and Rhea, but we gonna see what happens. But we pretty much called it, but I didn't know it was gonna go down like that. Because it seemed like he was looking out for her because Rhea was about to screw herself. Really, she did screw herself. Mm-hmm. Because she could have pinned Liv right there, but she looked at that chair. And why? You don't get disqualified. Dom trying to save you right there. All you had to do was pin Liv. You had the riptide right there. You got the second one on her. Pin her, but you got decided to get distracted. And she's not the only one, but they got distracted all night because there's a number of other people who caused themselves losses in a ridiculous manner. Because they could have won. But we started with this one. Rhea could have won that match. That's her fault. But yeah, it's a twist. And then she actually was kind of tearing up. And then when she was walking to the back, and I saw the other video they posted on Instagram or whatever, she was down going through that backstage. So, man, I mean, she's going down right now, but she's going to be on fire. Her and Damien.
Look here. I want to echo something he said, Sean, before we continue here. He said that Dominic already got protection. I want you to think about the names you just named and the names who on fire right now. And I want you to tell me. And I want you to tell me.
I'm just saying, it's still a squad. It's still a squad.
Yeah, it's a squad. But when Damien got after the match and Damien went to the clubhouse and he went looking for Dom, man, Dom ain't want none of that, bo.
Oh no, of course not. All right, there you go.
Oh man. I'm excited, man.
Woo. Liv got another hotel.
Right. Right. That's where Dom was. Dom was at the hotel suite, the Holiday Inn.
He been sneaking behind to another city.
No, but I want to unpack something in there. So they did the old school walkout, where you saw Rhea and Dom, the old school walkout, right? Dom comes into the camera frame, all sly and slick, right? Like I'm with my girl, walk out, and you could just feel the anticipation rising, right, within the audience. You could just feel it, right? You could cut it with a knife. Then out of nowhere, Dom looks like he's doing the right thing. He says, "Babe, you got to do this the right way," right? He pulls the chair, and but I want to unpack how Dom looked when he decided that he was going to screw Rhea Ripley. Like when he did what he did, slide the chair in there, how he just kind of went like this, and after that with the kiss. I want to unpack that for the fellas. I mean, for the digital audience that may have not saw it. I want to unpack that. Dom's psychology in that match. What do you guys think?
He played his part. And how I know he played the part is because a lot of people don't like him. Right? Now, here's a man, in all honesty, first let me go to this part. Rhea said, I think on one of the pre-show interviews she was in, she said, or maybe it was like one of the interviews leading up to the event, that he didn't call a lot while she was out, right? So there was no communication, which is one of the reasons, probably the main reasons why she was upset, because he said, I didn't do anything, but I didn't hear from you too, and I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? In her mind. And now, coming from that promo he cut, what, a week or two ago now, when he told Liv, I hate you, this, that, and the other, right? To now he just kind of milked her in the match. I'm all about mommy. I'm all about mommy. But I'm sliding and Liv a little bit. I wonder if I go back and watch it, if I slow it down, do I see Liv and Dom make eye contact at some point? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know if I see that, because he milked it. And then he didn't just go over there and lip lock her, like just pulled her head and just did it. I mean, he looked at Rhea, smirked, and it went in for it. And then Liv did it too. Man,
Yeah,
and then
you
they
saw
go
her
back
eyes, though, right?
to Rhea. And she
Right.
just hurt. Lost the title, her shoulder busted, and she lost her dom-dom. She just took 3 L's in like 5 minutes. The reason why she walked back in that curtain like that, because she ain't had no more fight in her at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Dom, you played that soap opera role well. But you better get some protection. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep saying.
but in that, you saying they might have locked eyes in the promos before this, but Liv looked shocked that he was picking her up like that. And then he kissed her. I mean, she was, elated, but she was shocked.
She did.
So Dom might explain to her on Raw that I was trying to pull her in, trying to help you the whole time. So he might explain to her too. And for all of us, they could talk anytime, but they got to explain it for the audience on the show. But it's a surprise to everybody. Like I said, he played it all the way to that end point. That's the thing. Dom has gotten really good, bro. A lot of people was hating on Dom when he first started, but he was learning. And he done made that character, almost that Max character right now. He's up in his game. I know Mr. Ray proud of him, bro. Man. Not on screen, but Ray, he happy for him, man. That he, elevate himself character wise, and he in ring too. But like I said, he played all that all the way to that point where he slid that chair in. Man. That he was behind mommy, but then he just switched it just like that. Did that little smirk, and as we seen that, it was all over with that.
Hey, I was trying to find. I ain't gonna lie to the people. So we have a group chat, ladies and gentlemen, and I was looking for the time. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. That when Rey Mysterio took his belt off and whooped Dominic in that match last year at WrestleMania, I tried to find it and send it to y'all, man, but I couldn't find it. That gift, I couldn't find it, man, because I was like, man. And when we think about it, what you said about Ray, but yeah, he played that well, man. Sean, I know you smiling because you love cinema, so that man, that was good. It was really good, though.
Fellas, I got goosebumps just thinking about that whole transaction, man. And he pulls her in and he kisses her, and you hit it right on the nail, Crump. Her Liv eyes go big. She's like, what? Wait a minute, you know? So it's a lot of more surprises to come. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw. We're going to find out exactly what happens. But fellas, let's move on over to the Braun Breaker era. The Braun Breaker era is in full effect. He had a classic match with Sami Zayn. Fellas, what's your take?
I'm very happy about the outcome. I think it should have happened at Money in the Bank, but I understand why it didn't. And for me, being a WCW fan as well, and you know, all back in the day, to see the Steiner brothers there to witness that, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think either one of them ever had that title. So,
he's the first. He's the first in the family. Braun Breaker is the whole WWE singles title.
Wow! And see now to see that in front of them, who is one of my favorite tag teams, the Steiner brothers, who I feel don't get a lot of talked about. Like nobody don't talk about them like that a lot. But nonetheless, I'm happy for this. We talked about it a couple shows ago. I'm happy to see the Rockets on him now, man. Let's see him. And if I may add, on the post show, I think it was Big E was talking about how remain humble like you are, man, and keep working hard. So it lets you know his character backstage already. Even though he's playing the heel character, and even though he's an explosive athlete, he's humble backstage. He's willing to get poured into, and now taking out somebody who is not likely. Beating Sami Zayn is not an easy thing. This man can pull a lot out of people. The emotions I compared it to Shawn Michaels a couple of shows ago too. It's not an easy thing. So for him to go out there and do it in an explosive way like that, and now the Intercontinental Champion again at winning the title, the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Come on, man. At SummerSlam, where that title has probably had the best moments, potentially. Oh man, come on. Yes, sir. Let's go, Bron.
Yeah, man. It was a great match, man. And I think this was Sammy's first, time competing at SummerSlam. Also, there's a lot of people first tonight. Last night. And so it's surprising with that, as long as he's been there at WWE. But like I said, he showed out. Him and Braun showed out. It seemed like a shorter match. I don't know if how quick Braun moves, or it seemed like a quick match. I don't know, but Braun learned from that last match. He learned a lot of Sammy's moves, and he had counters to most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy got him too, though, especially that he came off the middle rope and gave him with the Blue Thunder Bomb, reverse his movement to the Blue Thunder. I think he was trying to go for Braun was trying to go for the Bulldog, and then he rushed to the Blue Thunder Bomb. That was amazing right there. That was one of my favorite moves of the match. But I mean, he deserves it. And like I said, like we said, people backstage see his character and see how great he wants to be, and like I said, he winning this match put him on the path to, I am going to be a main guy. I'm here to stay. I'm here to get championships. I'm trying to learn from anybody I can. And in the post show, he's sitting with two good Intercontinental champions, and Wade Barrett and Big E. So to talk to them too, and them supporting him and showing him love the whole time he was right there, that shows he's on a great path, and it's only going up from here. So I'm ready to see his reign. Like I say, beating Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn had a good reign from WrestleMania to now, but it's Braun Breaker's time. Like I say, he did this thing NXT, showed out, but I mean, he's doing much better as time goes along, and he's getting better and better.
Absolutely. Now, I want to pose a question that was asked on the pre-show. One of the analysts asked Braun Breaker, if Sami Zayn does not come back for the title, who do you see yourself facing? Fellas, who you got?
Ooh.
Man. Honestly, I might have to chew on that one, because I want to say this guy, but it may be out of place. If it was Jacob, if you're talking about titles in the Bloodline, I can see that.
Oh, that's down the line, bro.
Yeah, not so quick though. Not so quick. It has to be down the line. But if Sammy, which I think they should have a rubber match because they both won. But if not, Sammy Rat now, and now that LA Knight, sorry, not LA Knight. I can't think of their name right now. Oh man. Oh, you know what?
Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah.
I mean, it's a few names, bro. Because like we were saying last show, Bronson Reed. Them two going against each other. Bronson and Braun. Jay. Sheamus can get back in there. Ilya. If Ludwig Kaiser, whenever he come back. I mean, it's a few names right there. That's 5 right there.
Yeah.
So you gotta some people to face. It's got some good matches to fill out these months. I mean, as long as he may keep it, it's a number of great matches he could have. A lot of back and forths, you know. A lot of you don't know who exactly going to win because, like I said, he's just starting up, and just like with some other people that just got on the roster. So it's not a predictable finish with a lot of these matches, also, and so it could go either way with a lot of these matches right there. So, hey, it's gonna be a great reign for him.
Cool, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy.
It's gonna be a great reign. I'm excited for him. I mean, just the explosiveness that he brings and he's going to bring to that division. IC title picture has just picked up. Like JR would say, business has just picked up. And let's talk about business. LA Knight came to handle his business last night. He pulls up in the Prime truck, destroys it, has his old school moment to the ring, and has a classic with Logan Paul. But before we get into that, Logan Paul continues to impress us. But fellas, what do you think? What's your takes about that match?
I'm gonna start at the end because that BFT.
Oh yeah.
And the way he hit it after that Logan Paul phenomenal flip he does in clothesline after getting hit with some brass knucks. I ain't gonna lie. When he hit them brass knucks and he did that I thought it was over for LA Knight. I was like, man.
Me too.
And then he ducked and hit that, man. So I think that was awesome. And also, you talk about a takeaway, old school mentality. Before the match started, the pre-show, JR would say, talk about JR, like, this is the damnedest pre-show I ever seen. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? He would say something like that. I think specifically, Sean, at SummerSlam again, it was Triple H and The Rock and Kurt Angle. Remember when Kurt Angle had kissed Stephanie that Friday or whenever SmackDown was that week, and he pedigreed him on the table? Remember that?
Yeah.
And it kind of messed up. But I think about those old school feelings. And fellas, you gotta excuse me. I'm really excited. I'm trying to contain myself right now. I want to go ahead of myself. But I compare about those types of things, and we talked about old school, the way they walk with that doom 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 doom. I know NXT does it sometimes, but to get it back on those big stages like that, and then have LA Knight go back there and bust a glass. Like, nah, look, I took your truck, I'm breaking it, and I'm about to take your title in your home city with your friends around. And guess what? Then I'm gonna knock your drink over. Then I'm gonna pin you on top of your logo. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, no, ain't think about all that.
Hey, that man, he did it. I'm very happy for him. The match was straight. It was straightforward, hard hitting. I equivalent it to when I see workers in the ring who are sweating in the first, 5-6 minutes. I know they put in that work. You know what I'm saying? They already put in that hardcore work, and those boys did it, man. And Logan Paul's continued to tell that story. You know he's gonna go to it, like getting his friends, like he had Machine Gun Kelly, right there at security. You know what I'm saying? And we remember him. He's not no stranger to WWE. You know what I'm saying? He did plenty of things already. But to have him, he's gonna go to it, but how is he gonna do it differently? You know his boy's gonna get beat up, but how is he gonna do it differently? You know what I'm saying? They did everything they can to make LA Knight look good in that match, and that's what I appreciate.
Oh, yeah. But I was thinking last night, man, there must be some plastic nuts where it ain't knocking the LA Knight out like that. and the way Machine Gun Kelly just jumped over the barricade, I'm like, dang, how suspicious can you be, bro? You can throw it to Logan Paul? Like, come on. That would be all obvious. And it didn't even work. And I'll tell y'all last night, like, Logan Paul's foot was under the ropes, actually, with that last pin. But it don't matter, because, like, he was cheating anyway. So, I mean, it's over. LA Knight deserves it. And like I said, the way he reversed that clothesline at the end, it was magnificent. But Logan Paul, like you said, Logan Paul continues to impress, because that spinning springboard to the outside on that Logan Paul did on LA Knight was just pretty, perfect. Like, who thinks this man could do all this in every? He does something new, crazy in every match that we don't expect from him. But I guess now we should expect it because, like, he's a elite athlete. He's up there. A lot of people ain't gonna like his, him as a person or whatever it is, or whatever you don't like about him or whatever, because he only like whether you like what he did on YouTube or he only defended the belt twice since having the belt, whatever you don't like, but you gotta give it up for this man's ability. He gets this business, and he wants to be great. Like I think Triple H was saying on the post show, he wants to be great. He wants to do his thing in this and leave a great legacy in this business. So I mean, you gotta respect that part of it. And like I said, but LA Knight got it. It was a great match, and he needed this win. Like we were saying before, he needed this win.
Absolutely, LA Knight needed this win. Like the guy kind of put out in the post show. Now he's been in the business for a while. LA Knight paid his dues. I'm excited for LA Knight. And what type of matches you looking forward to seeing him go? What if it's a triple threat match? What kind of matches you guys think is going to happen next?
I don't really want to compare this, but on Friday at SmackDown, I see the trajectory of his star power going up. Because he did the classic promo with the heels in the ring or the face in the ring, whoever it is. They stop at the beginning of the entrance and they cut a promo. Now, he's been compared to The Rock a lot of times. The only thing I would say about that, based on what's going forward with him, I saw a Rock type of response to him on Friday. Why? Because he stopped, he listened to the audience before he spoke. He cut promos about, the glasses on, the hair flipped up and all that stuff. I get that, but he really listened and honed into he allowed the audience to kind of interact with what he was saying. And so now moving forward on that trajectory, going up, I'm looking to see him have the matches that he's an aggressive babyface in the match. That he makes it because now he got the crowd behind him even more because he has the title, right? So the next up, if he continues to push as he's doing, it's going to be a matter of time when they be like, you need to get the top title now. So I think he needs to be an aggressive face, but he also needs to have a strong heel. Because you think about it, he doesn't have that rivalry yet in the company. That, they're going to talk about for the next 10, 20 years. You remember that? You remember that time when LA Knight such and such was just, man, they was doing this, that, and the other. He doesn't have that yet. So we need to find that.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to think about who would be next to fight. But, Logan Paul could come back for his rematch, yeah.
He said,
and then they could have I think this could be the rivalry you're talking about.
Yeah.
Logan, and plus it's at SummerSlam. So it's on one of the second biggest stage of the year. And and the build-up was pretty good. And like I said, if they have another match, I could take it even further. But I'm trying to think who else on SmackDown could go after him as like who's like other big heel right now other than
Santos.
Like the Bloodline.
Santos probably if they build it up.
He needs to be up there, yeah, but he ain't been getting those wins at all like that. So I was thinking about AJ Styles. Yeah, they could fight again for that.
Andreas.
Or I'm trying to think who else because I feel like SmackDown needs to build up more stars. Like I said, we need more single stars. I wish Montez would get in there or somebody like or they could be a bit of Andrade or Carmelo, one of them two.
Yep, he been teasing with Carmelo. He has been teasing some things with him. Yeah.
Because he can mention him in the post show. He take a shot at him a little bit because the reporter kind of flipped the line. He said, "Oh, you did a Carmelo," and Carmelo could take a, don't like that, like he don't like that, and then say, "Oh, I'm go for this title." Like him and Andrade been going back and forth, so that could be building up to a U.S. title match.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it could be one of them two. Like I said, I would like Carmelo to get up in there. That's my guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
He had the best start so far since the draft. He was first round draft pick, but he had the best start. So we're gonna hopefully get up there and get on the right path to the U.S. title.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say that I understand. You say he had the best start, but man, he's showing he can go. Those two matches with Andrade, man.
He win the second match?
No, he lost both of them.
No. Dang.
But what I'm saying is that he's showing that he can go. There's always an end game to it. So what's going to come out of it? He might win the big one. Like, okay, the winner, let's get the U.S. title match. Let's run it back or something like that. And he'll pull it out. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Carmelo or Santos. That's my picks for LA Knight next, probably.
Got it. And we want to know what your thoughts are. Who you do think is going to be next for Braun Breaker, and who's going to be next for LA Knight? Yeah. Hey guys, let's move on. Let's talk about the Queen has finally took her rightful spot amongst the women's division in SmackDown. Let's give it up. Let's talk about Nia Jax versus Bayley. Let's talk about it.
Boy, I think this match surprised a lot of people because I don't think people were as hyped for this match going in. Right. Just like Bayley's match at WrestleMania with Io. Both matches delivered. So, because like people saying Bayley ain't been showing as much character or whatever, or people don't believe in Bayley as a character. But I mean, her matches are showing up, and they surprising people. And I was happy to see it, and I was just happy for Nia because I think we all called this for Nia. I think she deserves this. She got that Queen of the Ring, and now she has the championship. I was waiting for her to get the crown after she won. I was like, where that crown at, bro? But she had it on the post show, so I was happy to see that. So it was cool. But Nia showing why she's dominant and whatnot. And it's like they had a plan together with Tiffany. I don't know if Tiffany was still really actually wanting to cash in or not.
She was.
But that's the story unfolding a little bit. It's a little slow burn with it. But like I told you, she needs to show off that briefcase a little bit. They got to sell that a little bit. They got to sell it. It's nice looking too. It's nice looking. But I think her and Nia had a plan, and it came together.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, they're good. You good? Go ahead.
Nah, I just want to say something. You told me they gotta sell it. I'm pretty sure they're selling it. You know what I'm saying? That briefcase probably flew off the shelf. But one thing I did notice, and I get to the match here, if I saw it correctly, Tiffany made, you know how they do like the champ celebration, and it kind of cut to like a camera or something that happened in the match. I thought I saw Tiffany kind of look at Nia a certain way because she's kind of behind her, and I thought she was about to whack her with that briefcase, man. I thought she was. I thought she was.
She looking at that belt hard too.
Yeah. But because truth be told, if I think about any of the titles, I think that one to fit better on Tiffany. Just saying.
Right.
But the match itself, I agree. And I was talking to Sean about this earlier about how I felt that was the match people was probably gonna kind of like maybe sleep on. But I think I said the last show, they taking up a story from some years ago. Saying like, Nia reckless, this, that, and the other, which Nia alluded to in the match. Oh, I'm reckless. Like this things of that nature. And then let's talk about the super bomb. I didn't call it power bomb. I'm called a super bomb.
Oh yeah, well,
man.
Yeah.
And she held it for a hot little minute. You know what I'm saying? And boom.
Thought you were gonna give in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bayley showed that power, bro.
Yeah. So Bayley showing strength. And Bayley, I'm trying to see if that was Nia's best match since she's been back. That's what I'm thinking about. But I know she had some good ones against Becky too.
That one went louder too. For the Queen of the Ring was good.
Yeah. You know what? Nonetheless, I thought it was good. I like that they allowed not only Nia to win, but she paid homage to Yokozuna the way she finished the match.
Yep.
Yeah. Folding her arms.
Mm-hmm. After two of them like that, and so she did that. I'm glad because honestly, if Nia would have lost this match, I don't know where she would have won it after this. Maybe a rematch, but I thought the match was hard hitting. I think it was good delivered. I think Nia was aggressive, and Bayley had the endurance going on. She sold it like a true baby face, which I think she get overlooked for doing so much. But Bayley's been in the game a hot minute now. She knows how to work a match. So now. Very good match, though. I'll say that. I'm looking forward to a rematch, though. I want to see where this goes. I want to see a rematch.
Yeah, Billy was good with on the chase.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see another match between them two. How about the I would say the Bloodline's royal family making an appearance out there to hug Nia Jax after the victory?
Oh yeah, the Rock Mama.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And her mama was right there.
Yeah. At first, I thought the final boss was in the building. I ain't gonna lie. Man, let's move on to the moment we all been wanting to talk about. This explosive rivalry has finally came head-to-head clash at SummerSlam. You know, I saw a few episodes ago, I talked about how they took an L on Raw. Now I see why, because we got that payoff on SummerSlam. We got a hard-hitting match between CM Punk and we got Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins in the match. Pure classic, pure drama, pure chaos of story. Guys, what's your take?
Boy, that story played all the way through that match, bro. I actually seen some people hating on it because, like, oh, it's all about a bracelet. It ain't just, it's about what the bracelet means, man. It's the story. But this is another match where you could have won, but you decided not to. That might be a segment. You could have won, but you decided not to.
We might have to do that.
You better be one, bro. Because this man saw the bracelet on. Seth was just looking out for him, like trying to get the bracelet out of there, actually being a referee. Seth was solid at most of this match. He let a lot of things go, but I mean, he said he was going to do that. I mean, he took the chair away from Drew at that moment. He said, you can handle it by yourself. But he was trying to save the bracelet so it won't get lost or messed up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't.
I mean, he had on his wrist. He don't care about that bracelet like that. I mean, that ain't for him. That was for Drew. Because you see Drew took it back at the end. But Punk had Drew in the GTS, but turned around, saw the bracelet on Seth's wrist, and dropped Drew down. And want to talk to him about the bracelet. I'm like, bro, win the match first and then get that bracelet back. It's out of Drew hands. So, but all Seth had to say was, here, hurry up, and so he had his match back. That's all he had to do. But either way, great match, perfect storytelling, and it had you interested in the whole match. And I'm glad they started off throwing hands, because if they started off with wrestling moves or whatever, it wouldn't have played the story right, because this was, I would have to get at you, man. I got it. Like, hurry up, bring this bell, Seth. Hurry up, get out the way. My fists need to hit this man's face right now. And that's what they did. And so it's like, showed the rivalry, showed the intensity, how the rivalry is, and showed who wants to be the better man in this. But I feel like we said before, I think it's leading to more matches. I know it's not going to end here, but Drew, he's saying it's over. I want to have the memento. I still got the bracelet, and Wade Barrett up there just cheesing ear to ear, saying, let's go get some beers and celebrate, because he been on Drew's side the whole time.
Wade Barrett's such a little fan. Ain't he a fan?
He's a fan. Yeah, but so Drew is over. But for Punk, they actually showed them side by side. Punk just sitting in the back, just, like going through it, like, it can't end like this. I can't believe this happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what the kind of look on his face. And saying, I know on Raw, like, they say he gonna be there. He talking. He gonna say something. Yeah, I know if he going straight at Seth or just at both of them and saying, "Oh, this is not over. We're running it back." Something got to give for him.
Stone Cold Steve Austin once said, in his goals, I heard in one of his interviews, he always looked at SummerSlam to lead to WrestleMania. So what I got for the night, Drew talking crazy. This is definitely, you still got this man bracelet. It's definitely not over, Drew. You sit there and Wade Barrett, I hope you got enough to drink, because it ain't over. So what am I saying? First of all, to your point, RC, what you should have did, but you didn't do, right? So you got the match cost you because of the bracelet, and he GTS self in the match. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the match, I will say, I believe that was match of the night. But the story in the match, phenomenal. Drew saying, "Come on, man, let me hit this man, and then me and you can take this business to new heights. Let me end this right now, so it can get at both our lives." But I wonder why Seth stopped him from taking the chair, and why he take the chair from him. I wonder why. He ain't stopped there from doing the catapult under the ring.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So what made him stop him with the chair?
But is that illegal though? The catapult? I think a lot of wrestlers do that already. and don't get disqualified.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to disqualify him anyway.
Okay, well, yeah, I know, but I don't know. That's what I said. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he could talk about why he took that chair, but I mean, if you don't care now, he won. So I mean, we'll see what they go shake that somewhere.
Yeah. So I just think the match itself, hard hitting, great storytelling. To your point, I've seen matches where they had these heated robbers, and the first thing they do is lock up. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Oh, come on now. I'm like, wait, what? Y'all could have did that on the live show. Anyway, but what I'm saying is that the match was phenomenal, the story was phenomenal. Where do we go from here? Which is why I brought up the Stone Cold reference. They got to run him back maybe once or twice. CM Punk looks he was in great shape. Drew's in great shape. Self's involved now. And of course, I went back to SummerSlam '97. I saw that chair. Man. I was like, oh boy, somebody about to get the swinging on here, you know. But and then so after Drew hit that Claymore, I wonder what Seth was really going to count. Did he feel guilty for having the bracelet on now? You know what I'm saying? Did he feel guilty? Well, obviously he did. But what did he do? Just like Shawn Michaels, he left right after the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he took that shirt right off.
Left right after the match. So what is he convicted about? What is he convicted about?
I don't know. I don't know if he's just mad about getting that GTS or what.
Yeah. But see, the thing about it too. But I think this doesn't end. I think you probably get 3 matches, 2 more additional of Drew and Punk, and I think Punk and Seth goes to WrestleMania. How they gonna stretch that out over this time? I don't know. But they seem to do well. They just did 8 months with a man not being active. So I mean,
yeah.
So
but after that, I don't know, man. I don't know how you're gonna stretch that. It's like Punk gonna want Seth right now. Because, like I said, he was out the ring. Because Punk was one, he was pinning, but Seth wasn't in there on time. Mm-hmm. So he could have won right there, too. Punk got a lot of times winning this match, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I think he's gonna talk about Seth, but he's not done with Drew. He's not done with Drew. I think Drew's gonna be number 1. Again, the bracelet's on. They're celebrating. Everything's done with intention. Yeah. Nothing's waiting. So for way back to say we're gonna celebrate with Drew. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. You don't think people listening? Like, oh yeah. Come on, especially CM Punk, who's been on the panels multiple times. Oh man, come on. Hey, Wade Bear, you coming out of retirement? You might need to.
That'd be interesting. It'd be interesting.
It would be.
Oh, and one thing though, I thought when Drew took the bracelet back, I thought he was gonna break it in front of Punk. That's what I thought he was gonna do. But he put it on and kissed it. That's just his bag, pretty much, and then keeping it. But I thought he was gonna break that thing and then have it just lay it out on Punk, and then walk out off that. But I mean, like I say, what he did was still like going to keep the story going.
You know what that reminds me of? This is the only Triple H wrestling I give Sean today. You remember that time when Randy Orton RKO Stephanie and then kissed her? And Triple H was handcuffed? That's how I felt because of how CM Punk feel about the bracelet. Not so much the physical bracelet, but what it means to him.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about when I saw that.
That man busting that house. What happened after that? Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And Stephanie was in the building on SummerSlam. I was like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we all know, guys, I just want to do an early brief prediction here. We all know Survivor Series is coming up in Vancouver. So will we see Team Punk versus Team McIntyre to conclude this rivalry before we get into WrestleMania?
It's
Nah,
it's only gonna be one team versus team, and we know what that's gonna be. So we gonna get to that in a few minutes. So that's on the team versus team I see going on in Survivor Series.
All I gotta say about that is two things. First of all, shucky ducky quack quack. Secondly, go get them chicken nuggets because it's about to be on and the pie bin, boy.
Yes, sir.
It's about to be on and pop.
We're gonna have to get some sponsorship from these chicken nuggets.
Hey,
listen. Speaking of nuggets, this epic clash between Damien Priest, Gunther took place at the biggest stage of the summer, SummerSlam. The crowd was absolutely bananas all night. It had a WrestleMania feel last night to it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Fellas,
yeah.
walk the digital audience through this match. What was your biggest takeaways, and how do we leave feeling about Gunther?
It would take away how they feel, how their chest feel. Because, Lord, boy, both of their chests got to be burning after that match. Because you see, Gunther had like a cut on his chest. I don't know if Damien Priest got something on his pants or something to cut that man. I was like, good Lord. But he was throwing them legs all around that ring. But it was hard hitting. You could hear every hit. And because we know how that was going to happen. But them forearms from Priest was like, it just sounded devastating. And we all know how Gunther chops are. But them forearms that Damien Priest was throwing was, wow. That's something I want to see from him. And then the fans was getting with him. Like, I think every week, fans are getting more with Damien Priest. And after what happened at the end of this, I think they really going to be behind him. Especially if he with Rhea and the Terror Twins go against with Finn Balor and whatnot. But I gotta hate to mention this. They had another flub in a Damien Priest match. He rolled Gunther over to the ropes.
Yeah.
Why? I understand it's for the moment that they were setting up, but you could have rolled him to you and pinned him. But you rolled him to the ropes, and that's where Finn Balor put a Gunther foot on the ropes. I was like, oh, come on. Here we go. Because I didn't think Finn Balor was going to do it when he got kicked in the head by Gunther. So I was like, oh, he got kicked in the head. Okay, well, Finn Balor, he might be really on his side. But once that happened, he put that foot on the ropes. I was like, here we go, bro. And then it led to, say it with me now, you could have won, but you decided not to. Because once Damien Priest got out that sleeper hold, he ain't gonna go over and choke Finn Balor. I get you mad, but win the match. He's got a devastating move from Gunther. He's put many people out with. You got out of it. Capitalize. Do your move, pin him. Do what you got to do. Why are you focusing on Finn Balor? I get you upset, but hey, keep your title. Show you're supposed to be the champion. You blindsided. You being distracted. I'm like, come on, man. But either way, we knew this match was gonna be good. Gunther does deserve it, but I was going to Damien Priest, but Gunther does deserve it. I do like Gunther, and he's gonna have a great match with whoever comes at him next, because he has a great match with pretty much anybody on the roster. He go up and down the roster. Gunther's gonna have a great match with you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to show out. So, like I said, he's very much deserving. But I thought Damien Priest showed that he deserved to have the title and didn't just get it off of Money in the Bank like a fluke. So that's why I was going for Damien Priest. And I continue to gain respect for him. But I just don't want him being distracted like that in a big match, a big title match like that. I know, and then wasn't able to control his emotions.
Yeah. We talked about it. Finn Balor being that wild card. Was it going to be with Rhea and Dom, or was it going to be with Priest and whatever business he had? With Gunther as well. Remember I said last show, why did Finn Balor challenge Gunther? What was the reason for that?
Mm-hmm.
Then early in the night, after the big brother came looking for Dom, what did he say?
What was that?
Did you know about this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And that man was saying something he was already feeling.
Right.
Now, and what does Finn say after that? I don't know if y'all heard the episode live. Thanks for the trust.
Oh, yeah.
So that thing was building and building and building. Remember, he told him, you changed since you've been champion.
Right.
And look, then he said, I know you don't need me.
Man.
I know you don't need me out. You want to do it, but if you need me, let me know. How is he going to let him know in the match that he needed him?
I mean, he could wave him out there.
What babyface you know do that?
I know.
So,
but that made me mad too, Bo. Because I feel like Damien Priest been solid this whole time to not only Finn Balor, but the whole group.
Yep.
Yeah, he said, oh, they need me. I don't exactly need them. But like I said before, he is a champion. That title raises that group up.
Yep.
So y'all do need this man. And he's apologized for how his overreactions every time towards Finn Balor. And he showed he had his back. When Gunther was attacking him after match, he immediately came out. So Damien Priest been trying to handle everything for this group as well as trying to be your world heavyweight champion, and that's enough on his own.
Right.
So trying to keep the group together with Dom, this Liv mess, getting Rhea back, Carlito being there for no reason, and trying to continue to have the trust with Finn Balor. So Damien Priest been solid this whole time, and Finn Balor being, I don't know what he being. Like he just being about it. Like, but like I said, we're gonna see where the story goes, and the Raw gonna be a must see with that whole story. So, but I just hate that Damien Priest took his eye off the ball.
Right. So, go ahead.
I was gonna say another old school reference. Soup bones were flying in that match.
Oh yeah.
So look, the history of chops in this business, and it what like Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying, when he used to fight Ricky Steamboat, all them chops like that.
Yep.
And you see how people's chest messed up then. The Undertaker, he said he couldn't stand them. It was annoying. When he's like fighting like Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels used to do all them chops, and the Undertaker was trying to walk it off. You know what I'm saying? Man.
What?
Gunther, I was like, man, did he cut Gunther nipple? Because the blood came down, man. I was like, what in the world? Half the blood just came coming down. I was like, and then it kept coming. First, it was like kind of, you can, maybe about that much. Then he wiped it when he noticed it. And next thing I know, the thing coming down, boy, I was like, man, did he hit this man nipple or something down? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? Like, I didn't know where he hit him at. You know, I just saw the blood. You know what I'm saying? Because it kept bleeding.
He was looking at that Titantron hard, like, "Oh, is that me?" Hold on.
Yeah.
The fans were reacting too, though. The fans was going like, "Oh."
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and speaking of Titantrons, so Damien found out what happened with Gunther. He looked up at the Titantron and saw that Finn.
Yeah, right.
Let's talk about Finn's look.
Right. I'm like, well, what's the self-go scowl for? Like,
you know what it is? Alter ego, man.
That look was warranted. He's like, because it's been planted ever since a few pay-per-views ago. It's been planted. He's like, hey, I'm coming to get you. I think he feels overlooked, like you pointed to in the last show.
Yeah.
But I think it was cool to have Priest find out about what happened on the Titantron, like a replay from a football game.
Hey.
I think it was good.
Hey,
you're right.
Hey,
they're doing that more often.
The last thing I'll say right this is this. That we talked about it earlier. If JD, Carlito co-signs with Finn Balor and Dom, I guess if they kind of bring that all together, look here, bros. I'm gonna do like what Undertaker used to say. Try me, I'll make you famous. Because boy, I tell you right now. Oh boy. They're gonna build it in a way that they're gonna want to see Dom get some hands on them.
Right.
And I ain't talking about Braun Strowman.
I actually thought all of them was gonna come out at that moment when Finn Balor turned, because Finn Balor could act like he was looking for him, and then they all show up together right there, looking at Damien Priest lose. I thought it was gonna happen like that, but I can say saving all that for Raw, but we're gonna see how it play out, because like I said, Raw is gonna be must see with that story.
It's gonna be must see. We saw how Damien Priest choked the mess out of Finn Balor. I think, man, this whole night ended in a way we all thought wasn't going to happen. We didn't think this guy was going to come back. I think the three of us on this show, we are recorded saying none of us thought that he was coming back. But we had a return of the Tribal Chief. Y'all put y'all shirts up.
Hey, I got a Uso old school shirt. I got day one shirt on, so
I guess they count. The ones was put up last night.
Yeah, they put them up.
We had a. I don't think any of us expected what we saw from Solo in the ring versus Cody, but we had a pretty good match. Or not a pretty good match. We had a solid match between Cody and Solo Sikoa, featuring the Bloodline rules. Fellas, what's your take?
You mind if I take the lead on this one first?
Go ahead.
I want to talk I like talking lead up, gentlemen. I like to build things. So I want to talk old school again. How Cody starts. Solo comes out by himself. right? As we know, it wasn't gonna, we know what was gonna happen. And then Cody walks from his bus, which I thought was parked right next to the entrance. Nah, man, he had to walk the Yellow Brick Road almost, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, controlling that.
Yeah, the dog. And I'm like, where's Cody at? And then who do we see? Double A Anderson, who he alluded to, I think on a Busted Open show, that he wanted him to be there to be like a, be like a manager or something, like he kind of did in AEW. He alluded to that. So where we go from here, and what does he say? As we was going in our text messages, I still got a little influence in these parts. Who was he really talking about, though?
I think more to come.
Yeah, because he built that up like somebody coming out that like at SummerSlam. Like, we know we've been here.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so they build him up, and I like the classic when they get to the thing. He puts the mask on, like he had at WrestleMania, and the fans ate that up. If you heard it. Now I knew he wasn't gonna walk to the ring with that thing look heavy, but he did it. So it was like his story, that classic top guy story, where you give him a story before the match even starts. Like the story's already built, but now he's walking to the ring, getting his flowers, if you will. People giving him his flowers and things of that nature. And it's like
that solidify him as the guy,
the
champ.
Yes, exactly. My point, right? He gets out there, he's doing the Babyface thing. He's signing autographs. He's doing the stuff. Cody, even though he's sitting a sign and say overrated, people feel what they feel. But he got in there, and then to your point, Sean, a hard hitting match. Probably was the longest match of the night, as far as everything goes. And then you got to go into Bloodline rules. Now, I did not expect Kevin and Randy to come back. I did not expect that. I thought when the Tongas came out there, I thought, the fans were talking about Yeet, but I didn't see a reason for him to come out there just yet. I really didn't. So I thought Jimmy might have did something, and maybe that would have brought him out. I don't know. But when they came back, I guess they're going to continue that tag match story. But now, man, it's like, and after they got back through that, and Jacob comes out there, which I believe Jacob's okay, by the way. I read a little something that he may be okay. He had to splash and kind of hurt himself there. But then, after Cody hit that Cody Cutter and that music hit, obviously I couldn't see the Titantron, so I didn't really know who it was at first. But I think he used the entrance. You know how at WrestleMania this year he had the orchestra played him again, and they started it off like that.
Yeah,
I think that's how they play it. They do it now because before it wasn't like that. Now it's more of aggressive, right? So I didn't even know it was him. Not till I saw the head of the table on the aisle, the screenshot on the aisle. I just saw blue lights and the people just getting off, all on their feet. Like I was like, man, I'm saying, what's going on, man? They about to jump through the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, but him to come back like that and to walk down that aisle thinking like, what is this dude gonna do? No Paul Heyman. That's the first time Roman walked down the aisle by himself in 4 years. So, no Paul Heyman. Cody's up. Solo's kind of up-ish, He just took a pretty hot move there. Cody's looking like he jumps up and immediately he don't get in the ring and stop. He goes right into hitting the Superman punch. He don't get in there and stop and look at both of them and sells it. Like, who are you going to hit? No, he goes right in there and hits Solo. Now, is it because he's been talking mess about him? Is it because he attacked Paul Heyman? Is it because he's self-proclaimed tribal chief? There's so many different reasons why, because they say they're family, right? They can get through anything. They always say that. But what is the one thing? Then I want to, I look at things differently, y'all. Then I go on Instagram. The Rock then posts a workout video after that. Not talking about SummerSlam, but he posts a workout video. Listen.
Trying to get that elbow right.
Look. Yeah. Hey, he said he good though. He started filming that movie again. This man, he did hashtag Smash the Machine training. And maybe I'm looking too much into that, but the timing of it for me was like, you know what I'm saying? So now, stellar match, and I'm gonna throw it to you, Crump, but stellar match, hard hitting. Cody's 2-0 in the Bloodline rules match. Maybe they need to stop doing that with him because he seems to win all. But and then the tribal chief returns, and essentially that was a good way to close the show, even though I did not suspect him to come back that soon.
Yeah, I really didn't expect him to Roman to come back. But once we really found out who it was, like I said, I didn't know exactly knew it was him either. I was like, "This is new music for somebody else," but I mean, it's new music for him. It's to me, like I think I told you, put it in the chat. It sounded like a Marvel theme, and I was like, "This got to be his babyface music because it's like a Marvel theme, and he the hero coming back. Take it all on." But like once you see him walking down the aisle, I was standing up. I was straight standing up, just hype. Like I had my one up, I get everything. So and it was a great moment, man. And the way I don't know if after he did what he did to Solo and walked out, I don't know if he felt bad because after counting to 3, he kind of had his head down and closed his eyes, like, man, I didn't want to do this to my family, but I got to show I'm still the tribal chief. And so I can't have him come out and talking like that. Not about. And then when he did the Paul Heyman, I'm pretty sure he'll explain it, hopefully sooner rather than later. But he had his head down. I mean, that's the thing to notice about it. But during the match, Solo, he showed a lot of real confidence. Like, I got this in the bag. This is easy for me. And for him to have that poise, and this is his first, SummerSlam main event, and be on the level he's on right now. I was happy for Solo. I was like, okay, this man, he know what he's doing. He ain't afraid of that spotlight. He ain't afraid of that moment. And then when everybody came in and what Jacob did, Lord, I'm really hoping you're right that he's not hurt because I think he's a vital piece to this puzzle with the bloodline because it wasn't until he got there until a lot of people really took this new bloodline serious. So I think he really needs to be there for the storyline. It could work either way. They could try to they're gonna make it work either way. But I really hope he's all right. And he's a tag team champion right now. So I'm hoping, he's good and he just need like a week or 2 off maybe. And he's good to go. But like I said, the match was solid, and yeah, you're right. Cody shouldn't be backing down from a bloodline match anymore. Because he said it was dumb to take that match. But it's kind of your match because somebody I come out the woodwork's gonna help you, even if they were beat down or retired or whatever it is. They coming to help you, Cody. So it's kind of your match. And I thought with this, Hikuleo was gonna come in. It's gonna be his debut. But I guess they saving that. And like I said, we still don't know whose side he's gonna be on. So that's another thing to build it up right there. But it like I said, it's a solid match. I'm glad Cody's still champion. Like, it's going to build him even more things. I'm assuming he's going to try to be done with the bloodline for right now. And we're trying to move on to something else. But people saying if Roman back and he's a babyface, who's that number one babyface now?
Oh, boy.
Like I said, and he said in the post show, I'm not flinching. I'm here. I'm the champion. And Roman not flinching either, so we're gonna see where this goes. But both of them being on SmackDown, Roman gotta want that belt back sooner or later. and like we all keep saying, Rock is in the background, ready for his moment to come in and say, "I told you I was coming back, Cody. The final boss is here." So it's so many places this could go. But that moment last night, and we didn't think it was gonna happen, but hey, put the ones up for the real tribal chief. Let's go.
Hey, Sean, before you move on, bro, I gotta talk about this. I keep going back to Rock said when I come back, like RC said, I'm coming for you. He said also, your story with Roman Reigns is over, but me and yours is just beginning. So Roman Reigns get the nod to Cody last night. I guess it was a nod of respect. But, they got to have a rubber match, too. They got to run it back.
Yeah.
And so Randy Orton and them back now fighting the bloodlines. Like, how many people? There's only 4 of them. How many people? How many people are going to fight these? You know what I'm saying? Like, something else got to give them, man. But, yeah, you just said something, man, about Cody. Said, I ain't flinching. Roman ain't going to flinch. I see Austin and Rock all day again, man. Who was number one?
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Who was number one? Who was number one? And that makes for great business. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think for the house then? Who do you think for the house?
And then Cody said he put that 3 on the title. He put the number 3 on the title. He put it on, so like Roman Cody 3. So ain't no telling when that's gonna happen. Like, is he gonna face The Rock first? Is he gonna face Roman again? But Roman, like I said, Survivor Series, Bloodline versus Bloodline, and you got to think about what's gonna happen at Bad Blood, because I mean, Bad Bloodline. I mean, that's got to be in there somewhere too. So it kind of spells it out right there.
I think
we're gonna have that Roman and Solo match.
Right. I think at Bad Blood we could possibly see Roman versus Solo, and at Survivor Series we see Bloodline versus Bloodline. Maybe. I don't know if we'll see The Rock. I'm projecting The Rock come back January. But it would be cool if we had The Rock leading up team, the other side of the Bloodline, and Roman leading up one side of the Bloodline. And the winner of that, I guess, go on to face Cody.
Man, Sean, man, we got to wait to see what happens books, man. Oh, man, there's so many wonderful things that could happen there. So many wonderful things, bros.
Yeah.
We all looking at potential Bloodline versus Bloodline. Civil War Part 2, however you want to call it, in the War Games match. That match alone will just that'll sell the house right there. And you know, Canada's a good wrestling territory, so you know the fans are going to be kind of hyped up for that. But you know, I don't want to go ahead of myself on that, man. But everything's leading to somewhere. It's a destination, and we're starting to see it unfold now. Business is picking up.
Absolutely. Roman's entrance was stellar, was classic. Guys, more to come on that. Fellas, what do you think was the match of the night and the moment of the night?
Well, I said that I think Punk and Drew was the match of the night. The moment of the night was the kiss. I know people say Roman coming back. Yeah, that was a good moment. But we was waiting on that kiss for a while, you know, and then to see how we kind of think of the people were going to cheer for Roman. I've been saying we want Roman for months, right? But how was Rhea going to respond to the kiss? How was Dawn going to do the kiss? How was the Judgment Day going to respond to the kiss? So that, to me, I still think the kiss was the moment, because we just knew, in my opinion, Roman's going to come back. It was going to be off the chain. We already knew that. I mean, I believe to be there would have been phenomenal, you know, to hear that and feel that. But to me personally, I say it for that reason. And I also want to throw in this, maybe not a moment of the night, but just a cool moment of the night. A Jelly Roll chokeslam.
Oh yeah, boy, he went up there, boy.
He some height on him. He got some height on him.
Yeah.
And then somebody explained to me how MGK became a heel in the face in the same.
He was just out there and have fun. I'm like, bro, like I don't know what that was, but but like everybody focus on him like that, so it's all right. But yeah, match of the night. Yeah, because I'll probably give the Punk and Drew also, because that's, like I said, it's the storytelling, and it's going, like I said, it's going, it's going to have a great follow up, and that's what wrestling is: storytelling in the ring. It ain't always about the moves or whatnot. It's about the story you tell and getting people interested and continue and keep them enthralled in the match and have it lead up to something else, have that follow up. And that's what it did the whole time. Like I said, people gonna hate on it, like I said, oh, it's about a bracelet. It's about the meaning. It's the meaning of it and the back and forth, and with Seth being involved, where he's gonna lead with him. And like I said, with Drew saying it's over, and Punk clearly on the other side of that saying no, I'm getting my revenge one way or the other. That's what he's gonna say on Raw, I'm sure. But moment of the night, it gotta be Roman Reigns. I think that's what most people are posting, reposting. Mm-hmm. Watching millions of times. I don't watch it a bunch of times today. I don't react to it on TikTok, whatever it is. Yeah, because like I said, we didn't exactly think it was going to happen. We all said it for a few shows. We didn't think he was coming back right now, but OTC showed up, and that merch going to fly off the shelves for that moment alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so. That's why I got to give it to it. You got to put the ones up for it. I mean, but SummerSlam was great all the way through, and it's a lot of great moments you could call from it.
Sean, you're on mute, brother.
Match of the night, moment of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Who do you think had the match of the night, moment of the night? I'm gonna give the moment of the night to None other than the Tribal Chief. The Tribal Chief, man, I agree. None of us thought he was going to come back. I thought the placement, the timing, everything was spot on with that return. He got the loudest pop of his life, and so we're interested to see where does all this go? Where does the Bloodline go? Where does Judgment Day go from here? What's going to happen inside that? They have the stackest card I think they've had in a long time. We're all looking forward to it. Fellas, final thoughts.
SummerSlam, as y'all know, is my favorite show of the year. For reasons like this, I don't compare WrestleMania into it because WrestleMania is its own thing. We know WrestleMania is going to bring eyes, but SummerSlam is my favorite for moments like last night. You know, still a big stage, great storytelling, great IC title moments, and one of the things that really touched me in a good way was seeing that Legends. There's something so special about forgiveness or whatever way and healing, those types of things. And it's like, I think was it last Monday, the Monday before, was Jesse the Body Ventura showed up on Raw.
Right.
Backstage, and now to have a Legend Suite to pay homage to those individuals who paved the way for the business, to give them an opportunity to be a fan still and look at it from a respectable location, like showing them that we appreciate what you've given to the business. I think that's really cool to see and to hear Hunter talk about at the press conference as well, or the post-show conference, sorry. And so I think this SummerSlam right here, I don't want to rank it yet, because it kind of still on the high of it, but it was definitely one to remember. It was definitely one to remember. Man, great show.
Yeah, man. I get it. That's it. A plus. Every match was great. Every story kept you engaged, and right before it started, I was just like, man, I'm really ready for all of this right now. I am so hyped for this. And coming out, I was satisfied, more than satisfied. I think it's one of the greatest SummerSlams of all time. I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
I was even questioning, was this better than WrestleMania? As great as WrestleMania 40 was,
it was better than WrestleMania.
Was it better than WrestleMania?
It was.
It's hard. Yeah, I'll probably say it too, because it's hard to compare because WrestleMania was 2 nights.
Yeah.
But every match on this card delivered, like I said, a great story and everything. And like I said, with the Legend Suite, and that's good. And that's what Triple H was talking about, paying homage to all of them, and he's going to continue to do that more going forward. I was just so happy to see I think Jacqueline was up there, and she's been trying to get back in the business, or get the show some spotlight in the business for a good while. And for them to have her up there was great. And like I said, they had Kevin Nash, the X-Pac, the Steiner brothers, Diamond Dallas Page, and a number of others. And so, and I think Cody said everybody got like a profile on all of them. Whether you know them fully or not, being new in this business, do you know them fully or not, they got that profile on all of them and show this is who's here. You could go to them, learn something, speak to them, pick their brain. And that's what the Legends should be there for. Help this younger talent, like we show honor to them and let them talk to the younger talent or, mainstay talent, because you can always continue to learn, whether you've been here for 2 years, 15 years, or whatever. You could, if you want to be great, you can continue to learn and continue to learn from people that came before you, who done great things and paved the way. And so that was great in itself. But like I said, all around great show. I was wondering what was going to do with those pre-shows and the kickoffs and everything, but everything came together well. And the interviews they did before the main show, they really getting into this and making it a real sport, because that's what NFL does. Do interviews with the wrestlers or the football players. That's what they do before the big thing even happens. And the production on it was amazing, immaculate. But WWE production is always great. But they really treating this like top tier. Camera work, production, everything. The matches, all the way down to the matches, from the wrestlers, the production crew, everybody's on a 10. They running on all the cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody say, And so thank all of them. If we ain't been doing the Champions Moment, but I get Champions Moment to all of them, production for wrestlers, everything, for giving us all a great show. They cooking and we all eating good right now. So, and Raw and SmackDown are must see. Definitely Raw, because they still got the YS6 to come out with their debut match on Raw. So Raw is must see for all the Judgment Day stuff, the world title, and YS6. That's all you need. And then plus they're gonna have more. So I'm excited. I'm glad of how it went.
One more thing. You kept how are we gonna forget? We forgot about this, but you keep saying must see. Let's talk about the must see host. The must see host with that bus.
Man, boy, that thing was nice, bro.
And shout out to R-Truth for, putting Tommaso Ciampa on Triple H's face and all that type of stuff. But, but yeah, man, him being able to do that. And I want to say it for the Miz particularly because here's a guy, we know, if you know his story in the business in WWE, who wasn't accepted for whatever reason, went through Tough Enough, came up runners up short, he things of that nature. But then, come to be able to host not only WrestleMania and SummerSlam within 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then to, in his hometown, had the buzz and the things he's accomplished in this business. Shout out to the Miz, man. Shout out to the Miz. Shout out to R-Truth because they go so well together, man. But shout out to the brotherhood here. Shout out to the business. But shout out to WWE for, like Sean alluded to. My baby want to say shout out to. She come up here, just shout out to. I'm enjoying doing this with you fellas. This has been the show. This is what we talk about, man, as fans. This is what we talk about for the moments, the memories that we take from these places, man. And it shows like that really help us bring this to the people. So I'm very appreciative to be doing this with y'all, man. And let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Oh, yeah. And I can't wait to be at a live show together, man, doing this with y'all. Yeah. It's going to be epic, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, that has been another edition of the Champions Corner. So many things to look forward to. We want to hear your thoughts, your comments down in the comment section. Like this video. Let's run up the numbers. We'll see you next time here in the Champions Corner. Peace.
Thank you.